So we're just going to do a quick reading. I'm not going to stay on here too long of the dynamic duo and if they're really drama queens on flights. Because the latest report, or one of the latest gossip reports, is that they are terrible on flights, Harry and Meghan. And also, is there some envy going on towards Catherine and the whole cancer battle and how much attention she got, etc.? I haven't been live for a very long time. So, I am live now. I find it easier to do live sometimes because you don't have to do all that editing and stuff. I might do a live from the Strip sometime or somewhere y'all would enjoy seeing, whether it's this weekend or next. So, what's the situation with them? What's the situation with them and flights? Email me if you like these readings and you'd like a private reading. They start at $20 per question. Also go to my Patreon to see more videos about current events, royals, and things coming up for the month. My monthly predictions. So on flights, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. There's a couple of factors, several factors, Seven of Cups, of how they act. And look at that, balance back and forth. So on the one hand, they may seem like kind of demanding, impulsive. On the other hand, they may seem kind on the flights. I'm not really, it depends on who they interact with. So is there any diva behavior at all? Any diva behavior that these two display on flights, on airplane flights? Well, they've caused pain to people. Not sure what that means. Pain to people's stability. They've caused pain or backstabbing. And people use temperance when interacting with them. Why is that? So we'll ask individually. Maybe it's getting muddled energy because I'm asking about the two. Is Meghan a diva on flights? Is she rude or nasty to staff on flights? She's very curt and direct and to the point. Ace of Swords. She is nice for the most part to people. And look at that. Loving. I'm not going to make stuff up that I don't see. You know what I mean? So I always try to read just what I'm seeing. She's loving, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, but very to the point. And this is specifically towards the flights, on the flights. Remember when I did the thing about staff and bullying? Like that came up as, yeah, there was probably some alleged bullying. But with this, it's like allegedly she's nice, but she's very direct on the flights. So specifically on flights, it looks like that's a rumor and that's an untrue thing that's been spread. Let's just see. Is that true? Is that like basically a rumor that was spread? Yes. So certain cards mean yes to a yes or no question. I would indicate this is a yes. Six of Swords. It is a rumor people spread since she walked away from the United Kingdom. Because a lot of people judge that the two of them didn't use temperance when they walked away. Let's go back to the bullying of staff at Buckingham Palace. Did bullying of the staff at Buckingham Palace take place from Harry and Meghan? Did it take place? Yes or no? Yes, people were very disappointed with their behavior. Three of Swords. They tried to focus on a better future. And people really wanted to use caution with them because they wanted to improve the situation. And the monarchy, like the institution, tried to make a change. But they felt stuck between two sides. So it looks like what I got in my other readings. Yes, to bullying at Buckingham Palace, that did take place, like bullying of the staff, allegedly. Not saying it's fact. This is a tarot reading. But as far as bullying on airplanes, that's a rumor that was made up. It's a tabloid rumor. I'm not getting anything for that. Is there envy? Because I'm not getting much for that. So, let me ask about Harry. Is Harry bullying airline staff, because I asked about Meghan specifically and the two of them together, and I got no. Is Harry bullying airline staff like the rumor is saying, or the reports are saying from the UK? Okay, so he feels like unsure around people sometimes, but he really just wants to move past all the gossip. Not that they do a great job of it, but he's very loving and supportive to them. So it's Meghan who's more curt and direct with them, but even her, she's not necessarily mean. I'm not getting like mean. Harry is very like loving and supportive to them. So that's what I'm getting. I'm just going to read what I see. I'm not going to make stuff up. So anyway, let's go to Kate. Is there envy? Okay. Kate, I got the queen. She is loved as the queen. Okay. Catherine, that just popped out when I said Kate, so I just felt like it was significant to read. She's a survivor. She perseveres. That's how she's viewed as by people. How do Harry and Meghan, because I didn't get the question out before the cards started coming out. I love when that happens. How do Harry and Meghan feel about Kate? Are they envious of her and all the attention she got and continues to get? Because I believe she's the most popular member of the family. They feel kind of like judgy about how everything went down and ended, or they feel like she's judgy about it. And then this could be William, but I think it's Charles. Since they walked away from Charles, Meghan, so this is coming from Meghan. Meghan has two feelings about Catherine. Like, glad she's a survivor, like she survived cancer, but you have all the wealth. We really have to focus and work for it. So there's some jealousy with like the wealth status that Catherine has is what I'm getting, or like comparison maybe. Is Meghan jealous of all the money that Catherine still has? Like, and then she has to work harder for it with Harry, or hard in their perception, because compared to the common folk, none of them have to really work that hard. But anyway, you know what I mean? So it looks like she feels like Catherine has more stability. I mean, one could argue you have more stability when you have freedom to do more of what you want, like Harry and Meghan, but another person could argue Catherine has more stability because she has more security, like official security. So it could go either way, but that's what Meghan feels. You have more stability because Meghan is Leo, Queen of Wands, fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Harry fought for our family. He fought with the law, with the courts. And then he was blindsided, 5 of Swords, and he lost. Look at that. 5 of Cups, lost, blindsided, 5 of Swords. And we're going to keep fighting. But you as the future queen, and this is very much towards her, Catherine, not Camilla, because Pentacles is coming out, and she is a Capricorn. You as the future queen, you have all the bounty. You have it all. We don't. So deep down inside, Meghan feels like Catherine has it all. She doesn't. That's what I'm getting. Like, not has it all like better than her, but has it all like, oh, it's so easy. It's so much easier for you. It's so much this. It's so much that. And one could argue on the one hand, that's showing that she does look up to Catherine in a way, but doesn't admit it. But then on the other hand, it's showing that she's having a pity party for herself again. I mean, you could look at it both ways. That's what I'm getting. So this reading I'm going to have to change the thumbnail, I guess, a little bit, because the thumbnail came out really good. That was like nice and big, but my thumbnails don't always come out that good because I can't always think of a short enough title for them. But I might have to do another one, because this reading is becoming mostly about how Harry and Meghan feel about Catherine, if they envy her. And I added that into the title at the last minute because I figured the airplane thing wasn't going to get that much traction, and it didn't, because I had a feeling before I did this reading that that's a rumor and it's not really even true, honestly. The bullying, yeah, I got yes for that every time I read on that. Yes, the bullying of the staff, but like, just because some things are true doesn't mean every single thing that the British press spreads is true, in my opinion, allegedly. So Harry and Meghan just want to persevere, move forward towards their goals, persevere. And as far as Charles is concerned, they turned their backs, and he has to focus on moving forward as king because he feels like he was backstabbed. And Catherine wants to support that stability of her father-in-law and move forward with him in Diana's legacy as well. She thinks of her a lot because she wears her ring. So, and they still feel the loss of Harry and Meghan, but they feel stuck between still caring about Harry as a family member and wanting to just march forward like the Queen would have wanted. But they do still feel the instability around Harry and Meghan, and they're cautious in dealing with them. That's what I have. Thanks for watching. If you'd like your own readings, email me. It's getting very hot here, Christine. And yeah, although I would say you sweat a lot, it is true. I mean, maybe when it gets to be possibly 120, I'll say something different. But right now at around 100, you sweat a lot less when there's not humidity. It is true. And it's not as oppressive, at least in the 100s. It's not as oppressive as humidity. That's what I'll say about that. No, thank you. I feel like I have to make changes, at least while I'm still young enough to, because sitting in complacency in a small, depressing town is not really my thing, especially since you guys know I lived in New York, but New York is crazy expensive now, so that's a big fat no at this point in my life. It's expensive and gotten quite dangerous. People think this out here is dangerous. This is nothing compared to what happened last time I went to New York, or I should say almost happened 3 times, and I won't go into that on a public live, but you could just put 2 and 2 together. But this is nothing compared to that level of how New York was last time I saw it, which is quite disappointing that New York turned into that. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will see all you guys later. Email me for private readings and go to my Patreon for more videos. I only have 1 on there now, but I will be doing the 3 to 4. I'm trying to do more, like 5. I just get so drained from my other work that sometimes it's hard to, when I say I can do it, like to fully, you would think that short videos don't do much, but it does, because energetically, it's not about the length of time it is. It's how it's hard to describe. It just kind of saps your energy. And so when you're doing like the other stuff I do for work, which already is emotionally draining, and then you're trying to do extra, it's a little much sometimes. So I will at least do 3 to 4 videos for Patreon. And there's a lot of good stuff on there now if you want to subscribe, anybody who's watching. But definitely subscribe to this channel, like, share my videos, and I will see you next time. Entertainment purposes only, not fact, but you can believe what you believe. Bye.